Well, today we're doing a much needed and unfortunate upgrade at the house here. So the outside AC unit we're going to be replacing. Fernando's on his way over here. He should be here pretty soon, and he is picking up a brand new AC unit. We're going to be replacing this guy right here. Now, Fernando actually installed this, I want to say 2009 is when he installed this. And when he installed this, this was a unit that he took away from one of his customers that replaced their unit. He fixed this one, and it's been running ever since. Now, there's been several times he's had to come over here and tweak on this guy right here. He's had to recharge it because it does have a leak inside the compressor. It's a very small leak, but after, I'd say about 6-8 months, maybe more than that, you know, it needs to be a recharge. He's had a couple electronic issues he's had to fix on this. But overall, this has been actually a good running unit for, so that's it's probably over 11, almost 12 years now that this used unit has been working and doing pretty good. But it's finally, there's something wrong with it. And I talked with him actually a couple months ago about, let's go ahead and replace this unit. And the reason why we're just doing the inside is because actually last year, I believe it was last year or either the year before, he replaced the inside, you know, the split part for the inside. He'd already replaced that because that did go bad. He replaced that, and we just kept running this, and he's like, let's just keep this going and replace it later. That saved a little bit of money on my end, you know, because of the expense that it takes to replace the entire AC unit in here. I believe this is a 2.5 ton. I believe that's, he's either putting a 2.5 or 3 ton back into the house. That's supposed to be great for the size of the house that we have right here. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on this thing. I'm waiting on him to get here, and this is the kind of stuff that he does professionally. He knows all about it, and we should be able to back up right here, unload the unit, come over here, disconnect it, move this off out of the way. He may just want to take this with him because he salvages these parts. He takes them apart and you know, takes them to the scrap yard, but separates all the pieces there. So luckily the past few days it has not been cold, or it hasn't been hot here, and the humidity has been very high though, because we had a front come through here, so it's been a little bit uncomfortable in the house past couple of nights, but it hasn't been that hot. Just crack the windows and get a little air through there. But Abby and I are spoiled when it comes to our AC. You know, my shop is climate controlled, and of course our house is, and we're the kind that like to keep it down cool at night and you know, dehumidify the air to make it more comfortable. But I might show you how this goes today, take a couple shots along the way, and get this new AC installed. All right, Fernando made it over here. Let's go ahead and check out this unit that he picked up. I don't know how to open his door there. There we go. What's the make of this one here that we're putting in?
That's the name of it. It's an Amana.
Amana, okay.
Yeah.
I figured you'd be showing up with a Goodman brand.
Well, that is.
This is Goodman?
It's Goodman.
Oh, okay. All right.
And GMC, all the same unit.
All right. How many ton unit is it?
It's a 3 ton.
3 ton. Now, is that what this was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I built this one for you. That's a 5 ton. That's a 5 ton can with a 3 ton compressor in it.
Okay. Yeah, I remember. That's what I was saying earlier. I know you had you salvaged it and then repaired it, and it's been running for almost 12 years now.
Several years. That's right.
Yeah. Looks like there's not a whole lot to it, really. So there's your electronics.
Yeah.
And the compressor, and you got your lines.
And then your fan motor right there.
Right. Well, we know the fan motor, the fan's been running, but what it's been doing, it hasn't been kicking on.
Yeah.
You can tell, you know, the lights flicker on and off when it tries to kick on.
Compressor's locked up.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was just checking here. The fan would run, but this thing is just humming.
So this is locked up. You can tell that right off the bat.
Yep.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well.
Yep. It's time to go.
All right. Well.
We're gonna get a new one in there.
Yep.
Get y'all fixed up.
Fernando's been he's been a little down on his knee as well. You can see he's got his brace on there, but he's been dealing with healing up from a knee surgery there, and then I've been fighting it myself.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's right.
So So here's this pump that he's going to use to pull the coolant out of the lines. And we got a tank right there that he'll put it in. Yep. So he's got his little homemade pump there.
Yep.
Hooked into the power right here. He was saying this is something that he built himself, and it works great because you have bought a couple of the commercially available pumps over the years and they fail, and then they're complicated. So
yep.
Build one from parts, get it done.
Yep. Just going right into this tank.
Okay.
She'll be down soon enough.
Well, there's the old unit. We're getting ready to put it in his truck there. Again, he takes all these units home, disassembles them, and then scraps them out. So he'll have a pile with the this piece here, have a pile for the steel. It's all separated. Got our nifty little hydraulic cart out here to help pick this up and get it up in his truck there. Hey, this is a lot easier than us trying to pick it up.
Yeah, it is. Nice. What is that, about 30 inches?
I don't remember what it goes up, but yeah, it'll take it about that far.
That is.
We're about maxed out.
You got it right there?
Yep. Perfect. Look at that. And we can just slide it up in there. All right, new unit going in. Got our line stuck in there. Looks like he's getting ready to start hooking some wires up to it.
Yeah, we will shortly.
Them leaves down there. All right, well, he's got it wired up, and he's got his little pump hooked to it. He told me something I wasn't aware of. He says that these units come pre-charged. I thought he was going to have to fill it up with some coolant, but that's very similar to the, we've got that Mr. Cool unit right back there on the shop, and that's how they send those, is they're pre-charged. And you just hook the lines up and pierce it, and it runs the coolant through there. All right, well, he's opening up the gas line. Let the coolant in there.
We got her done. They're tight usually.
So the way he explained that to me, that's like a needle valve in there, correct?
Yes.
So you got it completely shut from the factory, so it keeps the coolant in the system, and then once you crack it open, which is what he's backing that needle valve out, it's letting the coolant into the copper lines there. Hey, look at that! You got it running. Well, it's nice and quiet too, especially compared to that old one. It was making a lot of racket.
Yep. Good little units.
Fernando's had discussions with me before about, you know, these different name brands that you would buy. Like I think you would look at maybe a unit such as a Train and thinking you're buying a really high quality unit. What's your opinion on that, Fernando? Because I know you told me before, like this is a good unit to buy.
It's a good unit. It's got all the basic parts in it, and most all the other brands, whether it's Carrier, Payne, Train, American Standard, probably at least 70% of the parts are the same.
Okay.
I mean, that fan motor there will work, or it does work in all the others. And that's...
Hey, so let me ask you, a unit like this Goodman, you can run right up there to Johnson Controls and buy the parts for this, right?
Yes, but not a Train.
But not a Train. Why is that?
Train. Well, some of that's like Train and Carrier. they intentionally make a slight deviation in a certain part.
Okay.
And you have to use there. But it's the same part. Like if it were the same fan motor, it could be a different bore on the shaft.
Okay.
Or even that it's got a certain flat on it that doesn't work with it. But
they make them proprietary for their brands.
Yeah.
This seems more of just an industry standard item that has parts, industry standard parts.
Yes, absolutely. This thing will work with. Yeah, I can every part of the parts I carry on the truck will pretty much rebuild this unit.
Right. Okay.
And those parts apply to all the other units I look at too.
And at the same time, you're going to save a little money on this, right?
Oh, absolutely.
On buying this versus the higher end units.
Absolutely. There could be as much as $1,000 to $2,000 difference just in the cost.
Yeah.
Sitting in the crate.
Well, we're doing a little test there. We got the thermostat turned down. It's cool out today, so we've got it turned down way low just to see if it's going to work. And it is working. Come over here to the vent, and we've got nice, cool air coming out of that vent there. All right, Fernando just did the, he's got his gauges hooked up there, and he got it to, is it 225 pounds?
220 head pressure, right.
220 pounds of head pressure on it.
Yeah.
So
that's what we needed right now at this temperature.
Okay. It's rocking and rolling. Well, Fernando's got us fixed up. Everybody needs a Fernando in their life. So it's hooked up and doing good. I think this we've probably been working on this about 2 hours maybe.
Yeah.
That 2 hour job.
Yeah. Two and a half.
That worked out good. So you know, talk to your guys about the Goodmans if you're needing to replace that. I know we're going to be happy with it.
It's a reasonable unit, does the job.
So we got the AC going, and Fernando also helped me get the dryer going too, because coincidentally our dryer quit working, but it was just a breaker.
Absolutely.
It was a bad breaker. It wasn't giving it the proper voltage to the dryer,
right.
And it wasn't heating up. So we got that fixed, and we got the AC going there. So
good. Good today.
That's it. Maybe you enjoyed. Thanks for helping me out, man.
All right, Adam. No problem.